Draymond, you're laughing at the score sheet. What did you see from the score sheet on this game, and what do you think? Where do you think it went wrong?
We lost 118-94. That's what I was laughing at. I think they were more physical than us the whole game.
Draymond, you guys aren't used to having your season end so early. What are the emotions as maybe you're either checking out of the game for the last time, you guys are walking off the court for the final time, seeing Klay turn back and kind of take in the scene? What are the emotions for you in those moments?
Just kind of upset. It's a loss. It was a fun group to come to work with every day, so kind of sucks that comes to an end, but yeah, I don't really know.
Do you have confidence that it's a fun group to come work with every day? Do you have confidence that this group will still be the core group here next season?
Yeah, I have no reason not to. They've stuck with us through the good and the bad. Not so great this year, but can't win every year. So, yeah, I do have confidence until it's no longer.
How vocal will you be about the need to bring Klay back? I mean, that's kind of the biggest question lingering.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we want Klay back. We've been through a lot. Incredible highs, some shitty lows. But the common denominator through both of them is that we've gone through each and every scenario together. It's obvious that we want to continue what we've been doing, but I understand he got a decision to make. He's going to make the best decision for him. Team got a decision to make. They'll make the best decision for the team. But, I have no doubt that even if, which I don't think there's any scenario where Klay leaves and that's the best decision for this team and organization. But what I don't doubt is if Joe or Mike or anybody felt that it was best that this team moves forward without Klay, that wouldn't be the decision they make because they believe that. They've shown nothing but respect, loyalty, love, trust to us. So I got no reason to go into it like, oh, man, they're not going to do right by Klay. They did right by me. They've done right by Steph. They've done right by all of us. Klay tore his ACL. They paid him $160 million. So I have no reason to think that our ownership group aren't going to take care of us the way we've taken care of this organization. Like I said, ultimately that decision will be Klay's. But I don't look at it like, oh, man, they're going to only do what's... There's a lot of organizations that will only do what's best for the organization. This ain't one of them.
Draymond, even as you guys went through this up and down season, you get ready for this game. Before this game, when you look at Steph and Klay, how much belief is there from you about what you guys can do going into this game?
I always got belief coming into games like this, do-or-die situations. Each and every time those guys come through. Klay had a rough shooting night tonight, but he competed. Shots don't always fall. We got him some great looks. They just didn't go in. Shots that he hit, any other time, they just didn't fall. And so I always ride with those guys, man. They always step up to the challenge, and it's no different tonight. Shots just didn't go in.
You guys are proud, and you guys have had a lot of accomplishments. How hard was it to take a game like this at this time?
Loss is a loss. I don't really look at it like, oh, man, this game and what happened, and we're done this year. So it's just that.
Dre, how would you categorize this season for you personally?
Interesting. Very interesting. But it was fun. Always enjoyed playing basketball. Like I said, going to war with those guys in that locker room each and every night made anything that I went through personally worth it, because I got to step back in there with the guys that had my back each and every day. So I never really look at it like from a personal standpoint, I've had incredible years where I've been all-star, defensive player of the year, champion, all of that. It's never about what it necessarily is for me personally, So I'm always one, I take the good with the bad. Not a front runner. I don't only show up when it's good. I show up even more when it's bad, and through the ups and downs in this season, anytime, it's time to show up, and, and that's what I would do, and I said the bumps in the road along the way that sucked made it a lot easier walking in the locker room and practice with those guys. So interesting nonetheless. I think I grew a lot, and you take that growth, you channel it, find other ways to grow, get better, keep pushing forward.
Draymond, those first couple games of the season that you guys played the Kings, we were discussing that you had the Kings number at the time, and you were saying, well, you didn't think so, but it was just part of the learning process. Now they got one, and they get to move on. Do you have any, parting ways, at least for this season, how they've been playing? Because they did have some bad losses, but they withstand that, and like I said, they got you tonight.
Yeah, it's a good team. I don't think any differently of them because they won than I thought before. What they're capable of. It's a team that took us to 7 last year, and we're able to pull out that series. But, they're a team to be reckoned with. Not last year, not this year, but, as the years move forward, they'll be right there. Great coaching staff. Ownership group has done an incredible job. Fox is taking that next step. Sabonis, Keegan Murray continues to grow. HB being that solid vet for them. They got a good thing going. And you said down the stretch wasn't ideal for them. To even be in this situation wasn't ideal. But you got to take the cards that you're dealt and play the hand. And so, they're doing a good job of that. They came out victorious tonight. And it'll be interesting to watch and see their growth.
Draymond, even when you guys were under 500, Steve always said that this was one of his favorite groups to coach, and he really loved coaching this group. And you alluded to how much you like playing with this group. Why do you think that is, even on a season where you guys didn't get to where you wanted to go? There was that enjoyment, and what is the lasting memory of this group, even right at this point?
This team been through a lot, man. And through it all, nobody ever wavered. You can appreciate a group like that. Chemistry on this team is great, which always helps. And it was a fun group, to show up with every single day. When the times were great, the group was great. When the times was bad, the group was great, and so, what you take away from it is obviously it didn't end the way we wanted to end, but it was fun going to work each and every day.
Draymond, you guys had 46 wins. Normal years, you're somewhere near the middle of the conference. This year you're in the play-in. Do you look at that and say, man, it's just a weird year, or do you say, man, it's a lot of teams between us and getting back to the top?
Every year there's 29 teams in between you and getting to the top, so I don't view this one as any different than that. But I think I view that as the league has gotten better. You're either getting better or you're getting worse, and I think the league is improving. So I don't necessarily view it as like next year if we got 46 wins, it'll be more normal and you'll be in 4th seed or 6th seed. I don't think that's the case. I think the league has improved and it's going to continue to get better. So, you got to figure it out. I think, when we look at our season, we won 46 games. I can count on you right now. I can count 6 losses to you right off the top of my head that, we gave away, And so I think the learning experience is the games that you're supposed to win, you have to win. And some of the games that you're not supposed to win, you got to pluck a few of those away too. And that's becoming more and more true in this league with the parity that there is in the NBA. And I think, I try to pride myself on being a guy who understands the business of basketball, understand the rules. And I think we're going to see more of that with the new salary restrictions and tax levels and all those things. I think you're going to see more parity because of that. And so I don't think that's going anywhere. I think that's going to be more and more that way rather than reverting back the opposite way.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Your season with Chris, what did you think of how he handled the job he had to do and kind of his, I guess, unknown future with you guys?
Man, Chris was great. I'm thankful and honored, happy as hell that I got the opportunity to play with him this year. That we all got the opportunity to be teammates with Chris. It's not something in a million years, as I've said a million times, that we ever would have imagined. And, other than winning, couldn't have gone any better. Learned so much from him, built a relationship that'll go beyond whether he's here next year or not, whether I'm here next year or not, And so, man, extremely thankful for C. There's not, I haven't come across many, if any, guys like that in this league, and so it's just an honor to play with him. As a teammate, I hope, we get to continue doing what we do here in these uniforms. And, man, I hope and pray that he's back and that I'm back, because it's an honor having him as a teammate. The way he competes, you love going to war with guys like that.